I'm Rob Laney for Top Music. I'm here to take the scariness out of sight reading. Everybody hates it. Why? I don't know, because I love it. But I've got some tips to make it so that you don't have to be scared of sight reading. I'm going to break it down for you about some general things to remember and some specific things to help you with sight reading that you can teach all of your students. Now, I believe that music lessons are life lessons. Be on time, harmonize with your neighbor, etc. The same goes for sight reading. The first main number one point is plan ahead. It's good to do in life, and in sight reading, it is critical. Look ahead, read ahead. You may have heard the saying that to be on time is to be late, or to be early is to be on time when you're arriving for an appointment. Well, it also applies to sight reading. If you are thinking about the moment that you are reading, you're playing a note that you're sight reading, and you're thinking about that note in the moment that you're playing it, you're behind. You need to be thinking about the notes to come in the moment that you're playing a note, okay? So the further ahead you can sight read, the better, right? People ask you, what are you going to have for dinner? What are you going to be doing this weekend? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Those types of planning ahead in life is good. It's the same thing for sight reading. The further ahead that you can look, the better sight reader you will be. That's the number one thing. Read ahead. Another thing is don't stop, keep going. If you make a mistake, acknowledge the mistake, but don't let it take over your musicianship, okay? Same has to do with life. Everybody makes mistakes. What's important is how you cope with those mistakes. In life, same with sight reading. If you make a mistake sight reading, it's gonna happen, but keep going. Don't stop, okay? I've got a hierarchy of important aspects about music that you want to keep going. You'll try to get rhythm is number one, pitch comes second, and then after that comes style. So if you're making a mistake, let style go first. Let pitch go next. Always keep the rhythm going, okay? I have got a short musical example for you that I will show you really quickly, and then we'll talk about it. So think about as much of this music example as you can as I show it to you. Okay, could you sight read that right now with all of the style, all of the pitch, and all of the rhythm? Probably some of you could. Your students would have a hard time doing that. So break it down into steps. First comes the rhythm. I'm going to show it to you again, but this time only pay attention to the rhythm. You might count it 1 and a 2 and 3. And if you get the student to just go through only one aspect of it, thinking about the rhythm, now we can think about the pitch, and we can locate those pitches on the piano without thinking about the rhythm. Now we've got the rhythm and we've got the pitch, but if we were to put the style in there with the crescendo and the articulations, then of course you would be getting the whole thing. Oops. Anyway, if you're to make a mistake, you keep going. Do not stop. Read ahead. You might look at the very last note after you've figured out the beginning. All right. This example starts with the hardest part. The first beat, C, G, B flat, is the hardest beat of this, is the first beat. But when you're playing it, don't be thinking about that note. Think about it before you start playing it. Then when you start playing it, think about where you're going to go and where you're going to end up. Bum, bum, bum. I once saw a jazz band. They were called the Sisters of Swing. Only ladies in the jazz band. And the piano player, of course, set up all of the music on the piano. And the band kicked off the song. And she's looking at the last page. Asked her after the concert, I noticed that you weren't looking at the beginning of the chart when they started the chart. No, she reads 10 pages ahead in the music, okay? Now, this is after you build this skill over time. And that's one of the things that people hate about sight reading is the tedium of trying to do it, okay? Think of it as like you're going to the gym. You've got a trainer. That trainer isolates a muscle so that you can do it. That isolation of a single muscle is like isolating an aspect of the music. Take out just the rhythm and think about just the rhythm, okay? Then you're going to do, a set of muscles to do a pull-up or something, okay? Then you're going to add more into the music, the rhythm and the pitch. And then to have an all-over total body workout, that is using all aspects of the music so that we can then make it what music is as the art form, the expression, the emotional expression, once you build the pieces together. So break it down into steps first. Facilitate each baby step. Rhythm is all important, then pitch, then style. Don't try to do all of them at once. Build these skills over time. Think 2 beats ahead. Think a whole measure ahead. Think 3 measures ahead and force yourself to try to do these things, okay? First, start with rhythm and find a piece of music that you can just only look at for a couple of seconds, okay? Then test yourself to see if you can repeat it back. Find a rhythm, no pitch, no style, just a rhythm. Look at it for 2 seconds and then try to do it. Look at it for 1 second and then try to do it, okay? Then give yourself 4 measures. Then give yourself 8 measures and decrease the amount of seconds you give yourself to try and look at the whole thing. That is building muscle, okay? That is like you are in the gym with your trainer and it hurts, but that's the only way you're going to gain is to have a little pain when it comes to sight reading. Just like anything else, building a skill like that takes some discipline. So I hope that these tips have helped you. Don't be scared of sight reading. The people that are really good sight readers, they all kind of hate just a little bit because they're so good. How did they get so good? Maybe because as children, they didn't think of it as a chore. Instead, they thought of it as an exciting, fun puzzle to figure out, right? And if you break it down into small things, and make a challenge out of it, then it can be fun. And hopefully this scary sight reading won't be so scary anymore. All the best of luck to you. Thanks.
Hey, just before you go, make sure you click here to subscribe, and we've got thousands of other videos all on the topic of music education and teaching, so make sure you check out some of those other ones here, and I'll see you in the next video.